What's up, guys? It's Chris Brown here. In this video, we're going to be going over what we call a quick start training, which needs to be given to every single new person. If you're the newest person watching this, anybody new that it's entered into your business needs to be quick start trained. So the first thing we're going to talk about with the quick start training is what we call the system. This is the system that we're using to see success. This is the same system that Brad Alkazen is using to see, a $4 million a year income. Okay, so what we're going to start off with is the system. Okay, now we have I like to give this 6 steps. Okay, the first step is what we call the story. Now this story is told by an upline leader. Okay, so someone like myself, for example, is going to tell the story of VEMMA. Now what happens after I tell the story of VEMMA and my success story? People enroll. What happens after people enroll? We need to train them. Okay, now our training involves the success email and this very video, the quick start video. Now, as the newest person, getting the success email, it's a kind of a lot to take in. There's a lot of videos and documents and books in there. You're not really too sure what to do with them. All you really need to know is our YouTube channel, onevision1decision.com, is the foundation behind our entire business at the moment. Okay, there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of documents in the success email that are going to provide you with a lot of knowledge and information that you are eventually going to need to succeed in this business. So I definitely recommend taking a look at the success email. If you haven't gotten that yet, go back up to your upline leader and figure out how you can get that success email. If your upline leader or the person that enrolled you has no access to the success email, that means we're doing something wrong. So make sure you get up to the nearest upline leader that has the success email and you get that today. Make sure you are also given this quick start training. This is why we're making this video. Everyone should be watching this quick start video. Okay, now, after your training, what are you going to do? You're going to learn how to invite. You're going to invite. So you're going to learn how to invite through the training. Then you're actually going to invite, and you're inviting because of an exposure. You need an exposure in order to create any type of income in this business. You need to have exposures. People need to be exposed to the entire concept of VEMMA. So after you invite people, what are you inviting people to? A home event. Okay, now this is it. This is literally just it. After the home event, what happens is the entire process repeats. So check this out. Now with this, at the home event, someone's going to tell their story. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe you've seen some great success in this so far your first couple of days. If not, you need to at least have a bronze leader or above there to at least explain the success that they've seen and somebody that has the ability to break down the entire concept. Now, the faster you do this, the quicker you're going to make money. If you want to make a lot of money fast, this isn't some get-rich-quick type thing, but if you want to make a lot of money fast or quicker than you already are, just repeat this as fast as possible. It's as simple as that. Now, after this repeats a few times, what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing some income, and you're also going to start seeing rank advancement. Okay? Now, once you start seeing some income and create some rank advancements in your business or yourself, guess what? Now you have a story. And from the story, you enroll people. From enrolling, you train somebody. From training somebody, you help them invite. From helping them invite, you have a home event, and then it repeats. At the home event, somebody tells their story, which is an upline leader. Then after the story is told, people enroll, and it just keeps repeating. What this process does is create you that income, that rank advancement, which in turn creates your story. So that's where the saying comes from. The person who tells their story the most wins. The person who tells their story the most is going to be making the most money because this process is repeated right after the story every single time. So if you want to make a lot of money, just literally figure out how to do this as fast as possible, I guess you could say. You want to make $1 million a year, you need to do this 11,000 times. That's it. 11,000 people in your business, you're making $1 million a year. You tell this 11,000 times, 11 people hear the story, 11,000 people enroll, they're trained, they're invited, their home event, and everything repeats. And that is our system that we're able to use. So make sure if you're running your VEMMA business, it's literally just this. Have somebody tell a story, you have somebody enroll, you train them through the success email and the quick start training, which is what this is right now. You help them invite, you have a home event, and you repeat. And that's it. That's the system, guys.
Alright guys, now the first step of the system is the story. So the first thing you guys need to do is, as soon as you get on board with this, you're going to start thinking about what your why in this business is. That's the crucial part of this business, the why. Now, what do I mean by the why? Well, you guys got to figure out why you're doing VEMMA. What drives you, what you're passionate about, what you're excited about, what fuels you throughout this whole business, guys. And it has to be more than money. So I'll write that down. More than money. Guys, if you're just doing VEMMA to make a quick couple of dollars and make a lot of money, guys, chances are you're not going to make a lot of money in VEMMA. You need to find out why you're really doing this, guys. Maybe you want to retire your parents. Maybe you want to help, someone over in, a abandoned country somewhere. Maybe you want to just, live a lifestyle, dude. Whatever it is, you need to make it more than just, I want to make $1,000. I want to make some quick money, because that's not what VEMMA is about, guys. So when you sit down, literally write your why out on a piece of paper. I have my why in my notebook. Chris Brown has his whys in the notebook. We read it every single time. Every day we wake up, every night before we go to bed, because we remember why we're doing the business. Now, that is what keeps us going in this business, because I promise you, you might see some difficult times in this business. You might get some no's. You might get some negativity. If you don't have a strong enough why, then that's not going to be able to push you over the hump and push you through the wall, guys. So that's really why you need to dig deep and figure out what's fueling you to get into this business, guys. What I like to say the best is, as the why gets stronger, the how gets easier. Guys, it doesn't matter how you're going to achieve your why. As long as you know why you're doing it and what you want, then the how is just going to lead this way, guys. So really dig down, write it out, figure out what's going to give you that passion to wake up every morning, what's going to keep you up every night, what's going to push you to do that extra call, and what's going to ultimately lead you to success in this business, guys. Figure out your why.
Alright guys, so now you understand the power of a story, the power of creating a why. And after you hear somebody story and why they're doing the business, guess what? You're going to enroll. So, you enroll. There's you right there, number one. I'm going to talk a little bit about numbers. This is the fun part. This is literally what gets me excited every single day. What you're about to see here is the most tangible way to create yourself $100,000 a year. $250,000 a year, $1 million a year, whatever it is. This is literally the most tangible way I've ever seen. Something so realistic, just here, right here, in numbers. I've never seen anything like that. So now you enroll. Let's get 10 of your friends on board. And let's help them get 10 friends on board. Okay, so now you're about 110 kids in your business. Guess what? You're in a brand new car. That's pretty incredible. Okay, so you enroll, you help 10 friends get on board, you help them get 10 friends on board. Guess what? There's 110 kids in your network. You're at a level called diamond in this business, about 20 cycles. If you have a goal on each side, you are in a car. It's literally, that's it. That's the numbers right there. Help 10 friends, get 10 friends, you're in a brand new car. Okay, let's do that one more time. So here you are enrolling again. You help those 10 friends, get 10 friends. Let's do that one more time. Let's take all 110 kids and help them add 10 friends. Now, this is where it gets crazy. You're no longer, you're in a car, you're making some good, decent money. You're around this point, you're making up to $2,000 a month residually right here. So I'm going to put that down. This is about up to $2,000 a month. Keep that in mind. Okay, so now you have 1,100 kids in your network at this point. Now, at this point, if this is evenly built, you have 700 on one side of your business, 400 on the other, 1,100 kids. Guess what? You are now making $100,000 a year. To put that in perspective, $2,000 a week, 1,100 kids in your network. Those are the numbers. That's insane. I've never seen something so tangible. That's what excites me. So check this out. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Let's enroll again. We help those 10 friends get 10 friends who have gotten 10 friends. Let's do it one more time. Let's help all 1,100 kids get 10 friends. Now there's 11,000 kids in your network. Around 11,000 kids, guess what? You're no longer making $100,000 a year. You're no longer making $2,000 a week. You are now making $1 million a year, which is equivalent to $20,000 a week. 11,000 people in your business. You get 8,000 on one side, 4,000 on the other, or 3,000 on the other, or 7,000 on one side, 4,000 on the other. Guess what? You're making $1 million a year, $20,000 a week. These are the numbers. So once you enroll, if we can just literally tell all these people, listen, we got to get 10 of your friends on board. Let's get 10 of my friends. Let's help get you get 10 of your friends. We're in a brand new car. Let's do that again. We're making $100,000 a year. Let's do that one more time. We're making $1 million a year. That's absolutely incredible. These are the numbers. So you have 11,000 people enrolled into your business. You're making $1 million a year.
Guys, the next step in the quick start training is the actual training, guys. So make sure you are taking a look at that success email. There's a lot of good stuff that you can, expand your mind with, develop yourself, really get into the mindset of being a professional network marketer, guys. So make sure you're looking at that. There's 6 steps in there. Do them all, guys. That's why we send you that email. If you go through that email and follow the steps, guys, your mind's going to expand. You're going to understand the industry a lot more, and you're going to set yourself up more for success in this business, guys. So obviously, that's the key aspect of training. Now, everyone that is new and enrolled into this business should either be A, watching this quick start training, or having your upline break this down for you in person. This is going to get you off on the right boat. It's going to allow you to know the basics to get your ball rolling, and it's going to set you up for success in the long run too, guys. So in that success email, one of the videos you're going to watch is going to talk about what I think is the key aspect of this business. It's probably the first thing you should do after you create your why, and that's the list, guys. Now, why do you need a list? The list is going to keep all those people you know organized so the names aren't jumbling around in your head and you forget people, guys. The list should have at least 100 to 200 people. Guys, I don't care if you haven't talked to them in a few years, talk to them once in your life. Anybody that wants to get healthier and make a lot of money, which is pretty much everyone in the world, should be on this list. So pretty much anyone you've ever come in contact with, put them on the list, guys. That is how professional network marketers run their business, guys. Now, it's easy. You have this list set up by the people so you can keep track of when they were invited. Did you invite them yet? Have they been exposed yet? And do they need to be followed up with? Guys, I have 3 columns. I have a check mark if they've been invited. I have a check mark if they actually showed up. And then I list what their excuse was not to sign up. Oh, I followed up with them. They're waiting on money. They're waiting on tax returns. They had a few questions. They want to come to another home event, guys. I keep that detailed list down so I remember, because if it's just in my head, I'm going to forget about someone. I'm not going to hit them up, and then what's going to happen? They're going to end up in someone else's team. It's happened to me before in this business. It will happen to you guys. That's why we need to stay organized. Now, on top of that list, have a separate list for customers. Everyone wants customers in this business. Why? Because not only is it going to increase volume in your business, but it's going to give you free product and you're running your business with no overhead costs. So make a list of customers. Let's say 25 to 50 people. Parents, grandparents, relatives, co-workers, older people you might know. People that you can literally figure out that they need VEMMA in their lives. Maybe you have a great uncle who works 60 hours a week, wants some Verve Bold, put him down. Maybe you have grandma has a lot of arthritis, put her down for the original VEMMA formula. Maybe Aunt Josie, whatever her name is, has young kids, put her down for VEMMA next, guys. Start exposing the products to customers. The product literally sells himself, guys. So once you sit down and create that list and you have 100 to 200 people at least, the next step, you want to invite them to a home event, guys.
So now, guys, you've been through the training, you've looked at the success email, you've been quick start trained. Now it's time to start inviting. You create the list. Now we're going to start inviting those people on those lists to get them exposed. Because like we always say, if you're not exposing people, you're not making any money in VEMMA. So we go through an invite. Now there's a couple ways you can invite. But when you're originally going to your friends, family, whoever this may be, you want to avoid a couple words. They're called trigger words. I'm going to write them down for you guys. So check this out. Now we call these trigger words because these words will cause people to ask questions in your invites, questions that you might not be able to answer as the newest person, which might cause them to lose interest. So here are some of the trigger words. Ready? Definitely VEMMA. Okay, verve, money, opportunity, business. Those are some of the main ones. Now, even you might not even want to talk about cars. Any company paid for cars, anything like that. Reason why, if you mention VEMMA, verve, money, opportunity, business, cars, anything like that, those are, like I said, trigger words because they will cause people to ask questions. Oh, what's a VEMMA? Oh, what's a verve? You know, money? Money is actually, this one right here, you never want to really mention this. This is one of the most sensitive subjects in all of the world. So you don't want to mention anything about money. You know, opportunity, business. This one's kind of iffy. You know, when you mention, hey, I got an opportunity for you, the very next question that person's going to ask is, well, what is it? And if you're not able to break down the concept to them, obviously, they're going to be very, very, very skeptical right away, right off the bat. So you want to avoid opportunity. Business, people ask, well, what kind of business is it? What's the name of it? Blah, blah, blah. And cars cause people to be skeptical as well because everyone obviously thinks, oh, getting a company paid for a car, way too good to be true, can't be real, I'm not interested. So you want to avoid these words. So now we just went over some trigger words and what you need to avoid while you're trying to invite somebody. But you kind of now need to know how to leverage an upline. Now, the easiest way to leverage the upline is just getting really, really familiar with what we call a credibility triangle. So write that down. Check this out. This is a very, very, very simple concept to understand. It's literally just a triangle. All right? Now, on the left corner of the triangle is yourself. On the right is your guest. And at the top is your upline. Okay, now, what do you and your guest have in common? You have a relationship. You've already built trust with your guest. And if you haven't, maybe it's a cold marketing prospect, whatever it is, you need to build a trust with a relationship and trust with you and your guest. Now, once you do that, you have to somehow figure out a way where your guest will have some idea of who I am, so I can at least build a little bit of relationship with your guest. Now, in order to do that, you have to edify your upline leader. So what we have here is edification. Maybe you're the newest person in this business, you have no idea what edification is, you don't even know what the word edify is or means. That's absolutely fine. When I first was introduced to this business, I had no idea what edification meant. I have no idea what to edify somebody, man. Well, it's very, very simple. Edification is literally just putting somebody on a pedestal. My simplest form is literally just putting somebody on a pedestal. So you say, we'll use me for an example, you know, a diamond leader in the business. You're going to go up to your nearest silver, gold, or diamond leader, and you're going to say, hey, listen, to your guest, listen, my buddy Chris, for example, I'll just use myself. My buddy Chris has seen massive success in what I have going on recently. Okay, so I want you to take a listen to what he has going on because we're excited and we're looking for ambitious people, and I've always known you as an ambitious person. Check out what this kid has going on and why I'm following his footsteps. Now, what that does, that creates credibility between you, your guest, and myself. And that's the whole point of the credibility triangle. There needs to be some credibility between myself and your guest. And in order to do that, you have trust with your guest, and then you establish, or you edify myself, and that will in turn create credibility between you and your guest. And your guest is ready to listen to or share the story, is ready to hear the story from your upline leader. Now after you get familiar with this credibility triangle, you actually go through the invites. I suggest you guys go check out our inviting video to learn how to actually approach your people the correct way and figure out which way suits you best with your invites. Thanks.
Alright guys, so once you invite to the home event, guys, this is what you need to do. If you're new in the business, guys, you want to have at least 2 home events within your first week, guys. Why? Because if people aren't coming to a home event, you're not creating exposures, no one's hearing a story, and the system is not being duplicated, and no one is getting paid, guys. So if you're new in the business, sit down with your upline, plan out 2 home events for your first week. I don't care if you don't have a nice home, you got a small home. You don't need a nice home to hold a home event, but you need a whole home event to get a nice home in VEMMA, guys. So remember that. If you need tips on how to hold a home event, go check out our home event video on One Vision, One Decision, guys. Now, the last step in this process is repeat, guys. Repeat the whole system, because the faster you do this, the more money you are making, guys. It all comes back to the system. You're telling a story to enroll. We trained you up. You learned how to invite so you can invite to a home event. You're holding a home event so people can hear the story and repeat the process, guys. The faster you can duplicate this within your downline, the more success, the faster you will grow, and everyone is happy because everyone is getting paid, guys. Peace.